Hi, everyone, and welcome to Growing Older with Enthusiasm and the Neil Haley Show special simulcast with our host, Dr. Ron Kaiser. Dr. Ron, how are you? And I have a friend I brought on the show today, Dr. Ron, because he's doing some tremendous work with the older adult communities. How are you, Dr. Ron?
Yeah, I'm doing great. It's great to be here again. Looking forward to our conversation today.
Yes, our guest is really exciting. I'll let you introduce him, Dr. Ron, and I'm excited to talk to him because he came on my show back 10 years ago. He supported my growth when he was the parenting expert. He's still a parenting expert, but he's moved on to the older community after he helped, weave everyone through parenting. So go ahead and introduce our guest.
Okay, well, our guest is Bill Corbett, who, as you indicated, is really transitioned into the aging area, has a wonderful older adult community, and I'm going to ask you to introduce yourself. Bill, tell us a little bit about your community and what you're doing with them.
Well, I spent a lot of years, as Neil alluded, working with youth in behavior and young adults as well. And then I was looking for a change, but wanted to stay in the field of behavior. Ended up getting a great deal working for a senior living community, independently of living, of course. And my wife and I co-manage a community of seniors who are very active. And it's our fifth community that we've managed. And there's not much difference. We're kids at heart, and seniors are kids too. And it's been a really exciting adventure to working with seniors. A lot different. In fact, so one day we were pouring coffee for some seniors in the dining room, and one lady said, "We heard you used to work with youth. It must have been really hard for you to transition to our generation." And I said, "No, it's really easy because you guys don't throw a fit when it's time for bed."
That's terrific. So what's the name of the community, and what's the criteria for being a part of it?
Well, it's an incredible opportunity for my wife and I. We co-manage independent living. It's called Evergreen Crossings Retirement. We have about 125 residents. We're at 80% capacity and growing every day. And we're also residents. So it was an interesting opportunity. The company hires couples to co-manage senior living communities. So we live on site. We discovered there was no need to have a house, so we sold our house. We actually have an RV now. So all of the pay that we get goes right into our retirement account. We make a comfortable six-figure salary. We've got one of the biggest apartments in the complex, and we mingle with them every day. We get out of our office frequently, and we eat dinner with them. We eat meals with them. We participate in activities. Sometimes I even drive the bus to take them to the casinos here in Connecticut.
Now, Bill, this is an interesting question for you. You said it's unlike other older adult communities. Why? Because of the activities, how you kind of put it all together, right?
Well, it's a great company that has a great work model. What makes them different than other communities is we have a travel program. There are 50 buildings around the U.S. It's all owned by resort lifestyle communities. And each of the 50 buildings has a guest apartment. And they have this terrific travel program where any resident from any of the 50 buildings around the country can book the guest apartment in any building in the country for absolutely free. So a lot of residents participate in this travel program. They book the apartment wherever they want to go to visit relatives or go on vacation. In fact, we've got a lot of buildings in Florida now. So it's a terrific program that sets us apart from other senior living communities.
And what does being a resident there look like? Are there activities? Are there meals provided? It sounds like, you're not dealing with people who need to be taken care of. So I'm just wondering what do they get provided for them?
It's built to look like a cruise ship, actually, and it's resort style living. So these people are here by choice. The company was started by a gentleman who actually was looking for a place for his mom to retire because the house was too much for her to take care of on her own. And she said, you know what, I want to feel like I'm on vacation every day. So he went and searched, couldn't find one, so he built one. He built 4 of them actually in the Midwest, and then sat back and watched how they operated, and then went and built another 46 around the country over the last 15 years.
Wow, that's just an amazing thing to think about, Bill, and that I guess really there's people that don't want to go into a home anymore, but still want to enjoy the lifestyle. But then they get the socialization as well, as Dr. Ron talks about seniors, how important it is to have that socialization. So you're fitting into like a cruise ship lifestyle with no maintenance, but yet not feeling like you're in a nursing home or an assisted living. It seems a lot different in that way, right, Bill?
It is. We have an activity director who keeps them very busy. We have an executive chef and a full culinary team. They pay one low monthly rent, and everything is covered for them. 3 gourmet meals prepared right in our kitchen every day. We have freedom dining. They can come down and grab and go 24 hours. They can have the meals delivered. They can come down and sit with their friends at the table. And we're a very active community. We even have a few that go to work every day. They're in their 60s, and we even have one that's a veteran who's 105 years old, walks around through the community playing his harmonica.
Oh, that's wonderful. And as a positive psychologist myself, this really sounds appealing. But I'm wondering, are any particular challenges of working with this age range? And because again, I know there are a lot of commonalities with the work that you did before, but any particular challenges with working with older adults?
Oh yeah, definitely. One of our biggest challenges is a lot of these people were CEOs. They manage businesses, and sometimes they cross the line and try to get too involved in managing the community on their own. So they like to participate. Sometimes too much. So we always look for creative ways for them to participate. And we are constantly reminding them, look, you're retired. Be retired. Relax. Enjoy life. Don't be so worried about the operation of the community. Let us take care of that.
And Bill, listening to that, so what does that mean? Like if they were choosing to stay in their house or go to one of those that are a house that, basically is maintenance free without grass, is it based on the activities that make people see this as more rewarding? I think for you as well, it's rewarding for you in the fact that you get the ability to have maintenance free and not deal with a lot of the things you had to deal with in your life, taking care of the house and all that stuff. So if people said, I'm in one of those maintenance free living type homes, where they do a lot of the different things for people that's in a community, but yet not really based in community. What makes this more of a selling point for people to think about going this route, even at an age where they can still take care of themselves so much?
Well, one of the biggest selling points is when they're in one of our communities like this, they don't have to worry about any maintenance. It's very common to read in the news that someone fell off the roof trying to clean his gutters, that he or she got injured, and they fell, they slipped on ice, they were remodeling, they were cleaning, and then they injured themselves. And here's the big problem. Once they go to the hospital, it oftentimes seems they don't come back. So we get a steady stream of the kids, the grown kids, come to our community and looking for estimates on what it costs to get their parent to move in, because they want not only do they want worry-free living for their parents, they want it for themselves. They don't want to have to worry about mom or dad living in this giant house anymore and injuring themselves.
Yeah, that sounds real important. And what kinds of activities do people participate in, or do you offer? I assume since it's independent living, people have choices on these things, but what's available to them there?
Oh my gosh, so much. We take them on an outing every week. So they might go to the casinos, they go to stage plays, we go out to fancy restaurants, we go to clam bakes. Especially being in here in New England, we take advantage of New England types of activities. But internally, their favorites, of course, is bingo, horse racing. We have these giant plastic horses, and they shake the dice, and so we do horse racing right out in the main common area, because it's all one building. We are not separate houses; it's all one giant building. Other favorites of there are golf. We have chair volleyball, where they sit in the chairs and hit the beach ball back and forth. A lot of times we'll have teams. Each wing of the building will have their own team to compete against other teams for prizes and just bragging rights as well. So a lot of indoor activities, a lot of outdoor activities, and of course they love to walk. We have a great walking trail around the building.
Well, that's terrific. And you've answered most of my obvious questions. Neil may have some others, but I want to make sure, number one, that people know how to get in touch with you and with the broader company. If, say, if this turns people on, but they don't want to move to New England, or they were thinking about spending their retirement years in a warmer climate, or whatever it may be. So can you tell us, how do people reach you, how they find you, and how do they find, I forgot how many such places you said the company owns?
The company right now has 50 buildings around the U.S., and they're breaking ground on 6 to 8 every year. They're about to open up the very first Massachusetts company. We've got them as far west as Arizona, New Mexico. The company has them as far east as, of course, Connecticut. We have 2 here in Connecticut, 1 new one in Massachusetts. We've got them in the Carolinas, of course, and we have lots of them in Florida. It's Resort Lifestyle Communities, RLC Communities. They go to the website, they'll find information on all the different types of communities that are available. Some of them have waiting lists right now, especially the Carolinas. We are Evergreen Crossings in Connecticut, and evergreencrossingsretirement.com is one way to get in touch with our building. We've got about approximately 15 to 20 apartments left open. We predict we'll be full in just a few months. This type of resort lifestyle living for seniors is very popular, and we have no problem moving new people in. It's time for a lot of people to give up those big giant houses, to have risks with their health and be taken care of, and live the resort style life for seniors that can actually be retired and enjoy their lives.
What age groups do you see the youngest of seniors that are in the community?
Well, we can take them as young as 55, but I would say the majority of them are in their mid 70s to mid 80s. That's the largest bulk group we have. 75 to 85 seems to be the largest group. But again, like I said, we have them as young as in their 60s, still going to work every day, and we've got them over 100 at many communities.
That's
enjoying their life, their longevity.
They're still going to work every day. Now, my question for you, and this is really regarding what Dr. Ron does, is basically he looks at specifically, growing older with enthusiasm, enjoying their life, feeling healthy, not being bogged down, keeping able to do different things. Do you see challenges with any of the seniors that are in your buildings that still, to stay as healthy as they can, so that they can stay there a long more time in their life? You see those challenges at all?
The challenge is really, I would say, psychological. We're constantly urging them, just retire, just relax. And in fact, I've got to introduce you to a friend of mine who's out west, and she's really been doing a great job with helping people age with grace. And that's what we do as well. We help them age with grace. It's like, relax. Don't worry so much about the operation of the building. Don't fret too much. And of course, worry is in all of us. We find that a lot of them are worrying about their kids, so worrying about their grandkids, and helping them just relax and enjoy the time that they have left in the golden years here, where they don't have to worry about homes and their finances. They did a great job of putting money away, so that's now taking care of them.
Fantastic. And Bill, where can we follow you and stuff, social media wise? Because you're all over the place and other things too, and books and stuff. Do you have a book out for seniors yet, or is it all just parenting so far?
I don't. I'm working on a couple. I've got a lot of books on child behavior and also professional speaking. I still speak professionally. Written 8 books, and you can find them on billcorbettsbooks.com. That's billcorbettsbooks.com, and Corbett is Corbett. billcorbettsbooks.com, and where all my books and CDs and DVDs are located.
All right, Bill, we appreciate it. Great talking to you. I know you have other business entrepreneur mindset. Even though you're in this community now, your mind is going with new opportunities. When I first met you, I was blown away what you were doing with your parenting show. Now you're heading towards this direction, but always looking for the next entrepreneur opportunity. So I appreciate you coming by.
Great talking.
Wonderful. Thanks for the invitation.
All right, guys. That was Growing Older with Enthusiasm, guys. Take care.